Griffin's race, Neil, you ride California Spangle again. You must have been super impressed with his debut.
Yeah, he was very impressive. You know, he ran a fast time, so the clock doesn't lie normally. I felt that day like he was still a little bit green, even though he has got a lot of natural speed. So I'd expect him to improve off that run. And I always felt like once he'd gone a little bit further that he might even improve even more. So with that in mind, him going up to 1200 and having that one run under his belt now after a win, I would expect him to keep showing me more.
He's tractable enough to get around the bend at his first time on race day?
Yeah, he's such a cool horse. You know, he's great temperament, very easy to deal with, and very well balanced. So yeah, I wouldn't think I'd have any problems with that at all.
He was a little slow out on debut. Was there a reason for that?
I think he's, like I say, he's still doing a few things wrong. I think he's just still learning. Like, I mean, I know he's a 3-year-old, but you know, he came here unraced, so he hadn't really had much prep in Ireland. So, you know, once he came here, all his prep was here. So, yeah, look, he's all his trials has been slow away. I think it's just a mental thing. But like I say, he was slow away the last day, but he mustered speed very quickly. So that issue I'm not worried about. That'll all come to hand as he progresses and gets better, hopefully.
On yourself, it's been a great week. 3 winners. It must be nice being back in the saddle riding a good number of winners.
Yeah, it's always good to be winning wherever you are. But you know, I'm just grateful for the people that have backed me since I've come back. You know, and you know, I want to prove to them that I'm more than capable of winning for everybody. So look, water under the bridge. Let's keep winning.
The Neil Callan fans are about to see a new chapter. When can we see you riding back home?
Oh, I've got to do a week's quarantine after the end of the season. My wife and kids are all there already, getting everything ready. So I suppose maybe 2 to 3 weeks after. Glorious Goodwood comes up quite quick after, and then we've got the ALLIBOR. So hopefully I can get my manager on the ball before I land and see what happens. But I'll be more hungry than ever.
Karis, you first rode him last time and he found the line really well again.
Yes, he's a funny horse. He's not the bravest in between horses, but he can do it. He just needs some help, and this is why myself and Ricky and his son, we've decided to put a full cup on him, and let's hope that will help him.
Because he's been running on pretty much every start, not quite running past the leaders. So you believe that's the key, these gear change?
Yeah, for sure. I felt last time, you know, he was going to win the race into the straight, but he had that one horse that came on his outside, and that stopped him from challenging them. So I thought, you know, if you don't see them crowding him, maybe he'll feel better. So I worked him a few days ago with the full cup on, and it seems like he feels better with it. So I think he can do it. I just hope that now we've made the right decision, and let's hope he can do one better.
He stays at 1600 metres. Is he a genuine mile horse?
He can go a bit further, but I think now with the gear changing, I think we should stick to the 16. I think he can still win a 1600. You know, I was happy with his run last time, and I was happy with his work, so it is very positive going forward.
David Master Montaro, you must have been much happier with the way he jumped last time.
Yeah, look, he jumped well, and it was not a fast run race, but he still was able to run seasoning sectionals the last 400 and just miss. So if the tempo's a bit stronger in this race, he'll be coming hard late for sure.
Is he start something you have been working on in track work?
Look, I just think he's a big horse that takes a while to gather, so that's the way he is. So I'm just accepting it now.
You've tinkered with the distances, back to 1,000, 1,400, 1,400 again this week. What is his best distance?
I think 14. A fresh 1,200 and 14 is ideal.
And the 2 week backup's no issue with him?
Should be fine. He's eaten all the food and he's nice and relaxed, and I think he'll handle it easy.
It's Friday morning now. Naboo attack scratch from last week and the trials this morning. How's his foot?
You know, his foot's actually a lot better, but I just think he's done his job this year. He's, in my opinion, the best horse in the stable, and I'm just going to give him a rest. He'll be produced early next season.
Blake, you ride HELENE ALLIBOR, first start in Hong Kong. 3 trials you've ridden him in down here at Sha Tin. What have been your impressions of him?
Look, I like the horse. I think he's got a nice future here in Hong Kong. He's middle distance to staying type of horse. He's got a nice character about him. Everything he's done, he's pleased me. He's ready to go to the races now, so it's up to the horse to see where he's at on the weekend.
You've had to shake him up a few times in those trials. Is that just a greenness and lazy thing with him?
Yeah, he's just a casual customer. You know, in Australia he wore blinkers, but we haven't applied them on him just yet. We're just taking him on face value. Hong Kong's a bit more of a faster tempo than Australian racing, so the horse is adjusting to that a little bit, hence why he's stepping out at 1600 first time. But you know, that tempo should be a little bit, hopefully, what he's accustomed to back in Australia. And if he can find his rhythm, I'm certainly believe he should be hitting the line hard.
He hasn't shown much early pace in those trials. Has that just been the key with you and David? That's just the way he likes to race back in the field?
Look, his last trial on the dirt, he jumped into the bridle a little bit better than he was his two previous trials, but he's trialling over an unsuitable distance. So over 1600, I would assume that he's going to settle probably midfield, somewhere around there, and as long as he's travelling kindly wherever he is, giving his opportunity first up over a mile to hit the line, if he's running through the line and running well, I think we'll all be happy.